The Ghost in the Shadows. Months after faking his death in John Wick. Chapter 4. John lives in secrecy under a false identity in a remote fishing village in northern Japan. Haunted by memories of everyone he's lost, he tries to adapt to a life of anonymity. But whispers of Baba Yaga's survival spread through the underworld, drawing unwanted attention. A debt resurfaces. Shimazu Koji's daughter, Akira, now the head of the Osaka Continental, arrives in the village under the cover of night. She reveals that a blood vow marker tied to John has been reactivated by an ancient crime syndicate known as the Crimson Lotus, whose influence predates the High Table. They demand his return, or they will erase everyone he's ever helped. The Crimson Lotus. We learn the Crimson Lotus is an elusive, centuries-old order based in Kyoto, older than the High Table, functioning as its hidden puppet master. The High Table's recent chaos after Marquis' death has allowed the Lotus to come out from the shadows. Their leader, Lady Kurahana, is said to be as ruthless as she is untouchable. Old allies, new enemies. John reluctantly travels to Osaka with Akira. Along the way, he's ambushed by Lotus enforcers, silent, masked assassins wielding curved blades dipped in paralytic venom. John fights them in a bullet and blade ballet inside a speeding bullet train, barely surviving. The message is clear. His anonymity is over. Winston's Gambit. In New York, Winston meets with Bowery King, revealing he knows John is alive. Winston proposes an alliance with the Bowery to undermine the Crimson Lotus. But they both know helping John will likely provoke all-out war with both the Lotus and the remnants of the High Table, the Kyoto Continental. John reaches Kyoto, where the Lotus controls the Continental Hotel in secret. He discovers that one of his oldest mentors, Masato, now works for Lady Kurahana. Masato warns him, the Lotus doesn't want him for revenge. They want him for initiation, to lead their elite killing arm, the Silent Garden, the Blood Vow Truth. Through Winston's investigation, it's revealed that the blood vow reactivated on John is actually a forged contract. The Lotus is using it as a pretext to bring him under their control, believing his legend will unify the fractured assassin world under their rule. The Test of Silence. Kurahana forces John into the Garden Trial, a brutal gauntlet of assassins in a candlelit dojo where combatants fight in near silence. Speaking results in instant execution by hidden archers. John must navigate blindfolded assassins, silent weaponry, and traps, surviving by using rhythm and instinct. Ghosts of the past. During the trial, John encounters Kane, Donnie Yen, who has been coerced into service by the Lotus after his daughter was kidnapped. Their fight is brief but emotionally charged. They agree silently that survival now means alliance, even if it's temporary. The Bowery Intervention. The Bowery King's network smuggles John out of the Lotus compound after the trial, sparking an assassination alert across Asia. The escape sequence includes a gunfight in a Kyoto night market illuminated by paper lanterns, where John uses improvised weapons like sake bottles and chopsticks. Kurahana's Wrath. Kurahana declares John an eternal contract, a kill order with no expiration date, legal across all continental jurisdictions. Every assassin in Asia is now on his trail, from motorcycle katana riders in Tokyo to drone-assisted sharpshooters in Hong Kong. The Tokyo Tower Siege. John, Akira, and Kane take refuge in Tokyo Tower's top floors, but assassins breach from all sides. The fight cascades down floor by floor, mixing close-quarters combat, vertical stunts, and neon-lit gunplay. Kane is injured protecting John, deepening their reluctant bond. Winston's countermove. Winston secures a meeting with one of the Elder's former advisors, revealing that the Crimson Lotus can only be dismantled if their leader dies inside their ancestral shrine, a sanctified place where killing them binds their fate by blood oath. The catch. The shrine is deep within Kurahana's fortified mountain palace. Into the mountains. John, Akira, and a wounded Kane trek into the snowy Japanese Alps, pursued by ski-mounted assassins armed with silenced rifles. The sequence turns into a snowbound survival chase, where John uses avalanches and ice traps against his pursuers. The Shrine Assault. The Mountain Palace is a labyrinth of gardens, koi ponds, and shadowed hallways patrolled by sword-wielding monks. John infiltrates during a Lotus festival, blending into the crowd before unleashing chaos. Silenced headshots among fireworks and taiko drums. Kane's redemption. Kane confronts Kurohana's chief enforcer to free his daughter. The duel is silent but fierce, ending with Kane killing his opponent and collapsing from his injuries. He urges John to finish the job, knowing he won't survive. John versus Kurohana. The final battle takes place in the Lotus Ancestral Shrine under a canopy of falling cherry blossoms. Kurohana wields a razor-thin katana with terrifying precision. The fight is an intimate, deadly dance, steel flashing in moonlight. John finally kills her with her own blade, sealing the Lotus fate, the price of freedom. With Kurohana dead, the eternal contract is voided. Winston and the Bowery King restore some balance to the fractured underworld. Akira becomes the new leader of the Kyoto Continental, but Kane dies from his wounds, leaving John with another scar on his soul, a new exile. John refuses to return to his old life. He disappears once again, this time heading to the Siberian wilderness, intent on living far from the reach of any assassin order. But as he walks into the snow, a shadowed figure follows, hinting that his past will never truly let him go. The last marker. In the final scene, John finds a small package in his remote cabin. A marker with no name, just a blood-red lotus petal inside. His hand tightens. Cut to black.